Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be digging deep to make an incredibly rare Minecraft farm for a very unique kind of problem. Let's say you're one musky boy and you've just built an island that wasn't there before. You kind of want to build up another one right next to it, but you just used up all your dirt. You didn't think it was possible. I mean, you've already mined hundreds of thousands of dirt blocks. Just look at all the space down there where there used to be dirt. But alas, the dirt stores are all empty. Well, what can you do about it? Break down a mountain every time you need to terraform? No, not anymore. Today we're solving the age-old problem of running out of dirt. But how are we gonna do it? First of all, plagiarism. This guy Cubic Meter came up with this really effective design for a farm a while ago. He left the world download in the description, which I happily downloaded. Turns out it's complicated. I had to learn how this thing worked so I could use it and modify it. But why did I have to modify it? Because it didn't work. I mean, it often wouldn't run correctly and it broke constantly. It might just be Minecraft updates messing things up, but either way it was my problem and I had to fix it. But like many of my problems, I put it off for a very long time. Before I could get the machine to work, I needed a place to put it in the world, and I had just the spot in mind. In the main ring of nether portals I have, there's one to the southwest that's surrounded by a spruce forest and has a ton of space around it too. This felt like a great place for a dirt farm, so I started clearing out the actual nature to make room for my much better conception of what nature should look like. And namely, that means no trees. Except for that big one that I built myself in the background. That was a 4-month project, so it gets to stay. I had to chop down somewhere between 50,000 to 100,000 spruce logs, which may sound daunting, but I'm empowered by the indomitable human spirit, and am currently unemployed. With a little help from my axe me anything, this wasn't a challenge at all. Anyways, I finished up getting rid of the trees and got spamming some dirt blocks. First I had to do a lot of outlining for the coast, but with that part done, it got a little bit easier. As you can see, I've had a lot of experience practicing terraforming, so this was a walk in the park for me. I moved all along the coastline for a few hours, listening to a couple Scott Kramer YouTube videos on my handy second monitor, till eventually I was in the stage of placing a flat line of dirt, which was much easier. I even tried putting a grass block every once in a while to make sure that the dirt blocks I'd placed would eventually get covered by the grass as it spreads. It's not often you get to watch grass grow at this speed, so enjoy it while it lasts. It wasn't long till I got grass under where the nether portal was. And soon after that, I spotted a cave nearby where I found this little guy. My first axolotl. That was a nice change of pace. Couldn't dally for long though. I had dirt to place. I kept going on the south side of this little peninsula, and actually got to pass my old cherry leaf farm. I feel pretty strongly in saying that I'm probably never using that again. I don't want to get rid of it though, so it's just an ancient artifact now. And now, I'd like to remind you all the Discord server where I spam these progress updates. The Cashew Time Discord server is up and running, even if a little bit empty. Be sure to stop in there if you want to get a more current view of what I'm working on throughout the months. Because sometimes it takes me forever to get these things out, I'm sorry. In a very ironic twist of fate, I ran out of dirt before I could finish the terraforming for this area. I did get close though. Now it was time for the actual farm to come to life. This is easily the most complicated contraption I've had to build in this world. I may not show it, but I had to do a lot of resource gathering. Hardest thing to get was redstone, since I don't have a farm for that yet. For that, I just chose to do strip mining, which did end up giving me 7 stacks of diamonds, so that was a big plus. But it was a big time sink, and really pushed redstone as a high priority in the list of my next farms. I'm also skipping the crafting I had to do for observers and whatnot. That wasn't fun either. But something that was really nice is that this farm used flying machines, so the honey and slime farms I'd made in the most recent video actually came in clutch here. Not much longer, and I finally reached the top of the build, and then it was time for a new creation. The farm needed a supply of bone meal, which I included by chaining a bunch of these little farms together, with the modules coming from a channel called Day 6. And to be clear, this one is different from the one I've used before, and it's more efficient. I also added my own small modifications to easily turn them on at the same time. These farms are pretty straightforward. You make bone meal by bone mealing plants to make more plants, which end up making more bone meal. It's a nice perpetual cycle. And for some reason, it puts a lot of strain on my computer. At this point, while I was gathering materials, I had a really close encounter with death, but I pulled through, thought I should mention that. I'm still only at 1 death for the 2 years I've had this world, so I'm still staying strong. This is the closest I've come since then, but I got through it. Now at this point, I was able to use the farm, but it still would reliably clog after a few uses, and it didn't collect the dirt like it was supposed to. So I had to fix it now. Here's a quick rundown of the dirt cycle. First, make some stone, easy. Then turn the stone into moss blocks, also easy. Next, grow a spruce tree next to the moss, making podzol, and finally blow up the podzol to make dirt. So what's the issue here? Well, the parts in between these stages of just moving around blocks, especially the podzol and spruce logs that were made from the trees, ended up slowing down. So I had to make TNT dupers to get rid of the spruce logs, and then troubleshoot the podzol pistons. Might sound easy, but it wasn't. I'm just glad it's behind me now. And sure, it's a bit finicky, but if I do everything right, it works. And it makes like 10,000 dirt per hour. You might not realize just how much of a technological marvel this really is. So I let it run in the background one afternoon while I went to the gym and watched some YouTube, and I came back to 70,000 blocks of dirt in the reserves, and that's probably all I need for now. So what are we gonna do with this? Well, my gamer instincts tell me make a mountain. I've destroyed enough nature so far in this world, so it's time I make up for it a little bit. This is one of my larger terraforming projects. And with this farm, it's much closer within reach. I also thought it'd be really nice if we took the time to enclose the dirt farm inside of it. It would be not a prison, but a suit of armor to protect the dirt farm from my friends who might accidentally break it if they touched it. As the hours passed, in one sitting, by the way, Mountain came to a close. Now came an issue of lighting. It turns out the darkness the new mountain made was a bit of a problem. It's not often I even encounter mobs in my world, but here there were tons of them. A quick run around with some torches was able to fix that easily though. Then, as I was running around with the new friend that I just made, I realized after an embarrassing amount of time had passed that I still had to torch up the outside. So I said farewell to my new friend and sadly let him despawn as I flew away to get the torches that I'd need. I came back with 1,000 or so torches and I sighed as I looked at the fairly boring task ahead of me. But it had to be done, so I got to work and made sure to keep my claim on the mob-free zone I'd made so far, and of course remembering to do it at night so it looks even better. I can't help but think that the mountain looks more like a volcano in this light, but I'm hoping it's just because the grass hasn't grown out yet. But also, it's my world, and I say that it's a mountain. So it is. Now, this piece was a lot more impulsive and unnecessary, but I built up a little pedestal, took a good look in the mirror to make a statue of my Minecraft skin, and in case none of you recognize it, it's Omni-Man from the fantastic show. And yeah, I think it worked out. Let's take a big look from the outside. Ooh, nice to me. Now, I do have this water flowing on the front. I feel like it'd be a really good use to make some kind of pond down here. And I could put the axolotls in it. That would work. Huh, maybe that first axolotl was just some kind of fluke. It serves no functional purpose. It doesn't fit thematically well at all, but it is really cool. Oh, there we are. Oh, this is nice. It's gotta be some axolotl. Oh, there's one. Come here. You, come here. Please come back. Oh, let's go. It seems like every time I open the game now, all the advancements reset. That seems like a big problem. I don't know how to fix that. Another little guy. Hello. No. I just want an axolotl. Chill. No, chill. Oh. Should get out of here. Ooh. This place is huge. Wait, what was that? Oh, diamond. No. Ah. You're coming with me. Oh, it's a baby. Gotcha. Ah. Oh. Get in the bucket. Get in the bucket. Get in the. Why isn't this working? You. I need you. Come here. 1, 2. Come back. 3. Oh, I'm sorry that I have taken your whole family, but I don't have enough room, little guy. Well, best of luck to you, little one. Gotta get out of here. That was a fun little adventure. And once I'd gathered all those axolotls, the process of making the little pond was nothing more than an afterthought. I had flowers and sea pickles and a handful of little trinkets to add to give it that little bit of atmosphere it might need. And once I let all the axolotls swim in their new home, the only thing left to do for this video was to get an outside perspective. You gotta watch.
I have to watch?
Yep.
It's like I'm a voice in your head.
Yeah, I'm schizophrenic.
Aren't we all? I'm gonna guess that you're gonna slowly pan around to a mountain that's behind you. Holy shit.
Omni-Man.
Omni-Man! Dude, how long did this fucking take?
Over 4 months.
Yeah, that tracks. The terraforming is fucking beautiful.
Thank you.
You guys show me the inside of the farm. Oh my god, it's a little pond.
Yeah. But you can see it through this little window here. Look at that. Wow.
Whoa.
You can drop or you can rise.
Oh my god, you can drop or you can rise.
Look at all this dirt.
How much time did it take to accumulate all this dirt?
2 hours, I'm guessing.
Brother, what?
So the thing is, whenever I turn it on, I usually have to spend about 15 minutes troubleshooting and figuring out like why isn't it working. But then when I get it to work, it runs for like hours at a time. Let me do it straight.
Dirt farm that work. Are you familiar with geese? Like the animal? Imagine if you had a bunch of those and they were like pecking your back in one particular spot, and then they moved to another particular spot, and now your back just has this big massive hole in it because all these stupid piece of shit fucking geese decided that one day they wanted to take your fucking breadcrumbs and peck the shit out of you for no fucking reason. Imagine if that happened to you, okay? That's how I feel right now. Why does everybody have chronic back issues? Us, we're just weird, man. Our head is too big, our brain is too big.
Look at this, look at it go. Look at this thing go. Look at how
talk
fast
about brain being too big, dude. This is a byproduct of evolution. Also, why is there random stone?
It happens. Let me demonstrate.
What do you mean it happens?
So this thing is not perfect, but these things make stone. Whenever I plant a tree, stone gets like put into the new layer, and stone becomes, watch this, moss. Oh, yeah. Again, whenever I grow this tree.
Oh, there's some stone that just stays there.
See, I grow the tree, and the moss becomes podzol, which gets, boom, jettisoned out of this into this piston line. Wait, into this machine where it gets stored here. What?
There's like the excess stone that's made. Like, where's that go? Oh, it just gets blown up.
Yeah. Every time you grow a tree, boom, you gotta press the logs instantly into here, which press them instantly down to here. Which on one side push them twice into this right here.
Twice into
Push
there.
them into here. Boom. The other half goes
Easy.
that direction. They get pushed
It
down.
just gets exploded.
The other half push down. Boom.
Why is the dirt
Insane.
farm like the most complicated farm you've ever fucking
Because
made?
it was not meant to be farmed. The creators did not expect anyone to ever farm these. Sends you some more saplings so you don't run out of saplings while you're placing it, and therefore you can just keep, AFKing. This is a bone meal farm. I'm not going to turn it on because it kills my frames. There's no spawnable blocks because I torched everything up here.
Yeah.
So there was just like all these mobs spawning down here, and I just wasn't aware of it for a long time. But look at this mess they made. Enderman did this.
Damn, what the fuck?
Yeah, some weird Enderman stuff going on
Yeah.
here.
No, it's dope as fuck.
Oh.
What the fuck?
I cannot let it. I cannot.
Did
let
you
this
have to
slide.
kill this
Yeah.
motherfucker right now?
I can't let it slide.
Fucking police brutality, this bitch, dude.
There was like a line, like maybe right here before any of this project, where nothing was built beyond this. It was just like a meadow.
Wait, the pond is over the village?
Yeah.
That's so
I
fucked.
didn't realize until I started making the pond today. It was actually directly above this thing.
And I approve of the Omni-Man Mount Muskie. Is that what it's called? You should call it Mount Muskie.
Yeah,
That's
that
fire.
works. Yeah.
All right, I'll see ya.
See
Have
ya.
a wonderful day.
Meow.
Goodbye, chat.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on the video. Goodbye, everyone. See you in the next one, where I'll be doing a 2-year world tour.
If I had to describe this building in one word, it would be wowza. No. Sorry, I need to take that back. Bazinga. That's a Young Sheldon quote.